Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick is expected to announce as early as today a compromise with Mexico and Canada to possibly scale back the tariffs that went into effect this week. President Trump imposed 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canadian imports. Tariffs on Canadian energy projects are also limited to 10%.
Financial expert Terry Savage joins us now. Terry, why are we kind of rolling this back?
Well, we're rolling this back because we know now that the tremendous impact, not only the tariffs themselves, but the retaliation from Canada. They're talking not only about tariffs, but they're talking about banning exports of energy, for example, which would raise gas prices here. We've got very interconnected economies, and no matter what tariffs come through, it's going to cause disruptions, it's going to cause changes in the economy. You know, I'm not here to talk politics. My job, I think, is always to help you protect your money. And this stuff is happening, whether you like it or don't like it. It will cause disruptions in the economy, and I think I just posted a column at terrysavage.com. We are long overdue for a recession. The longest we ever went without a recession before this was 10 years in the 1990s. Now, if you don't count the brief but painful pandemic shutdown of the economy, it was only a couple of months, it's been 16 years since we've had a recession. So when you see businesses worried about their supply chains or raising prices because of tariffs that do exist, and then layoffs, not to mention the government layoffs, I think it's time for you all to sit there and think, how would I be impacted? How would my family be impacted in an economic slowdown? Because I think that we're overdue.
Well, what do you think is going to happen? Let people always worry about the money they have set aside, their 401k or Social Security. Talk about that imminently, what's happening.
Okay, well, Social Security, let's hit Social Security first of all, because there's two different aspects of that. Last night, the president talked about people over 100. That's been pretty well discredited. We know that when Social Security was first programmed 70 years ago using ancient language, that when they defaulted, if they didn't have dates, they gave everybody a lifespan of 100. And so that was 50 years ago. We got 140-year-old people. They're not getting benefits. But there is a great deal of concern, and remember Commissioner O'Malley, who sat here with us, who resigned? He just gave a statement on Monday saying they're cutting people out of the system, and Social Security, he said, could implode. Now, look, people don't write those checks. Those checks are done by computer. Your check is coming. But as part of all this disruption, there's a lot of emotional upheaval on the part of people, and you surely won't be able. My contact at Social Security let me know a week ago. Terry, you won't be able to find me. I'm retiring and moving to Dallas.
Yeah.
He's out.
We've heard about all these ways we're going to be efficient. We're going to cut this program. And that. Have you heard any discussion about how to save Social Security?
That's going to be a whole other thing for Congress to deal with.
That's where the big money is.
That's where the big money is. It's not people living to be 142 or whatever it is. So, yeah, somewhere down the line, if we ever get a working together responsible Congress, they'll have to deal with the fact that in 10 or 12 years, not that the trust fund will be empty, but the revenue coming in, unless we have all those jobs, you know, that might be created if businesses and manufacturers move to the United States, they have to deal with that. Now, this whole other issue, though, is what's your immediate concern? I've been getting calls from people who say, how safe is my money with the Doge people fooling around at the Treasury Department? I want to make this one point very clear. We have a $36 trillion national debt, and we finance that by selling T-bills, notes, and bonds. The whole world buys them. Foreign central banks own almost a third of our debt. That's not going under. The world trade is based in dollars. The United States is not going to default on its debt. So the fears are not about the extremes. The protection you should take is look at your exposure in various ways. You're still working. You've got a job. Use this moment to pay down that credit card debt. Consumer confidence is already dropping. We had a bad ADP employment report this morning. Doesn't even include government workers laid off and their families who get worried. So that's what creates a recession, a crisis in consumer confidence particularly. So this is the time. Pay down your debt. You have a 401k at work. The United States is not going away. If you're young and you're contributing, and the market goes down, which it likely will, we're going to have a bear market sometime in the next few years, then your $300 a month buys more shares when the market goes down. You're not taking it out. But you're already retired, and you say, this is it. This is all I have. This is the moment to make sure you have enough chicken money, money market in your 401k, roll over your 401k to an IRA if you're retired, so you can put some in a money market or CD, so you can sleep at night, because when the market goes down, it gets scary. And I think the uncertainties coming up now are what's going to get you, not the collapse of Our FDIC is going to be there. Treasury bills will be there. The stock market will eventually recover. But we're going to have a slowdown. We're going to have turbulence. And you want to be prepared for that.
Well, we can get to maybe one viewer question here,
Okay.
so let's go. Should I keep my money in the stock market? You touched on that. Talk about that for people of all ages.
Look, seriously, the United States, every time, and I've been around for a long time, you think this is the end. Oh my goodness, the pandemic. Oh my goodness, the financial crisis in 2007, 2008. Every single time, America has come out stronger. And eventually, that's a big word, the stock market climbs to new highs. I've been around there, and I've seen those. So the question is, what's your risk tolerance? Can you sleep at night? Or are you going to be the one that says, oh my gosh, it's down 16%. I can't lose another penny. I'll sell. That's what makes bottoms. So here's the chance. It's kind of quiet now. We're not so far from the all-time highs. Prepare. Take a look. So you missed some upside. That's not as bad as going, oh my goodness, where did all... I give you the line from the Great Recession that I was on the trading floor in my early days when the market went down dramatically. And I looked at one of those traders and I said, my gosh, all those stocks went down. Where did all the money go? And he looked at me and he said, well, my dear, it went to money heaven. The true story, savage truth. Prepare in advance. So you miss a little of the upside, but you have some money in the bank, and it's going to be safe in your bank.
Well, thanks, Terry. If you have a question for Terry, you can go to terrysavage.com. She's good about answering people there. Thanks, Terry.
Thank you, Terry. Time for Around Town.
Hey, Anna.